Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Napoleonic Wars. Hello everyone. And we'll be sure to focus in on John Fiennes. Okay, so here is Private Valley from the 78th, and you can see these guys getting set up. Oh dear. Let's see what's going on. There's Napoleon and Ducky McGay. Fantastic name, by the way. You can see these guys getting set up. And there's Memphis, Lieutenant Colonel of the 78th, checking through his spyglass to find out what's going on. And there's a team kill already. Now, here are the 78th. Oh, look at these fine fellows. The 73rd Cavalry. And, of course, the 78th. Corporal William Jones now. Here are the VE2E, led by Colonel Wellington. That fine face. And those guys getting set up. So, let's see what's going on with these commanding officers. There's Colonel Smollett, of course, of the 78th. And here is Pony from the 4E2E Grenadiers. So, we can see fire going on already with these guys over here. And let's see, I'm guessing they're defending the position of the artillery as poor old Pinupney gets taken down from the 19E. Look at these guys, 19E here. Oh, one less. There's Lockjope, I should say, taken down. A few guys getting hit by the bullets coming in from their opposing number over the hills and far away, etc., etc. And here is the 25th Executor Excelsius, and there's Recruit Selden at the end, and there's Sergeant Riger, and commanding officer of this 25th line there is Captain Pumpty, controlling his men, making sure that the line fires properly drilled. Oh dear, looks like we got a Rambo. Not anymore, we haven't. Recruit Selden is no more. Brutally cut down by fire from the enemy, as now Smollett leads the 78th over on the right hand side as the 19th continue to stand and fight. So Smollett here setting his line up on the right hand side, and the fire going back towards the enemy as the 25th decide to move out a little bit to the left hand flank here. Whoops, KGM Red moving a little bit too far, and you can see the 25th now being supported by the 45th, and there's Sergeant Soldat Mottman at the end, Recruit Merlefau, Napoleon, and now you can see the 25th breaking and moving back. So, oh dear, the odd splat here and there as guys take bullets. And now you can see them returning to the artillery position. But the artillery position, there's Panda Jim under attack from the cavalry, which did a quick hit and run attack on their enemy. Down goes Shining. Not looking good for him. Cavalryman trying to defend the flag. Barge to the floor, and the Dragoons are doing a number on him right now. This is not looking good for Shining. Definitely not looking good for Shining. As there you can see the KI-3, Lucia, there's a name. Oh, goodness me, Memphis with a fine kill onto multiple members of the 25th. And you can see here the 45th making their way out as more murdering is occurring. As we move over to Yasha of the 25th, along with Panda Jim and Mainwaring, commanding officer of the 25th. There you go for the artillery section. Looking fine. Now you can see fire still continuing. Oh, goodness me. Here comes some French. It's the 78th. This is going to get messy. Oh, cannonballs from Yasha into multiple members of the 19th. That's very nasty indeed. But now the 78th are going to punish him for that attempt as Memphis manages to take out 5 PP and the 25th. Let's have a look around. Here is the 78th, a Prunkless, Colonel Wellington, the 5 members of the 5 PP. There's Svizbob, Recruit Mexi, and here Petter at the end. Now you can see being led by De Pietro. So these guys making their way out. Fine members of the Black Watch, ostrich feathers in their bonnets. Look at that. Brave fellows to a man. Let's just see. As now you can see. Oh dear, that's not good for them. As you can see, their commanding officer being smart and hiding behind a rock. But the other members of his line, unfortunately, not able to take such cover. As Paladin gets taken. Penis Paladin is down. And here you can see Random Horsey wandering around. As these guys over the 4E, 2E. And there is Pony. Adjutant Captain, I suppose. Let's see. And it looks like we've got some melee fun and games. Oh, yes, indeed. Look at that. Melee fun and games is occurring. Oh, dear. Poor old Von Rachel, or Von Ruchel, taken down. And they're retreating. They were going to go after the remaining Frenchmen. However, Optimus, ever the optimist, is coming back. And now he's going to go in for a bit of stabbing. There we go. Blocking coming in. Commanding officer is going after him. He's going to get his line together. And let's see what happens. See how it goes. As Optimus is attempting to do the deed. And unfortunately, Bastille takes him down. So the third. There's Sergeant Major Charles Ewart. And these guys are getting set up. Oh dear, the third captain goes down. Alexander Cameron is no more. And nasty, nasty occurrences over here. As you can see. Let's have a look. 29 and 27. So it's all still to play for. Now, George Smollett. Colonel Smollett, known as of the 78th. And up here, Edward Hay, holding his pistol, checking through his spyglass. And we can hear the cannon. Oh, look at that, LaRue. And there's Memphis, Lieutenant Colonel Memphis of the 78th. Fine cannon work, supported by Judge Pasha. So, let's see if we can find out what's going on. As you can see, fire coming down onto the 78th, coming over here from the 3rd. And here we go, there's John Fiennes and a few members of the 3rd going down. Oh dear, John Tellem losing people left, right and centre around him. Very nasty indeed, and now you can see the line decides to move out. Robert Cooper, ensign of the 3rd, moving out, leading the line forward. Oh dear, they've left their commanding officer behind, poor old John. He's going to have a problem, but he needs to catch up the line. He's going to be susceptible to a quick cavalry in the back, and this is going to be the issue. But another line from the British Army is moving closer. The 4th. Moving up. It's here. Merlefou. And Captain Killian. From the 4th, 45th E. You can see these guys trying to move a bit closer. Going up against the French army. The likes of Colonel Smollett and friends. There we go. They form the line. They're getting ready to fire. And the line immediately, their enemy immediately pulls back to try and get a safer position to form up the line. Ouch! Down goes a couple of members of the 4E. Oh dear, the fire coming in from the 78th is brutal on the 4E. And look at this, opportunistic cavalry coming in from the 73rd. Trooper Machas. And also down the back here, Cadet Foxy, cavalry cadet. And down goes Sergeant Reiger. And this is bad news. Oh, down goes Foxy. Foxy unhorsed. Blocks the attack on him until finally Bastille is cut down by his teammate. And he picks up a rifle. Sorry, smoothbore musket. And gets ready to move to a line. As cannonballs from Memphis continuing to claim victims of the 3rd. There's Richard Cox, Lance Corporal, getting in the melee, and oh my god, here comes the French reinforcements. This is really bad here for Invitational Norwegian. And you can, even worse, as he just gets sliced across the back, as it looks like the British Army is being wiped out to a man here in this area. Charles Ewart defending himself, a fine stab by Charlie there. Fantastic job, but he's going to be up against too many French people. There we go, one slice, and down he goes. And the French win the round. And we shall move on to the next. And we are here by the English spawn. As the English soldiers move out, the 3rd. All these guys moving past the camera. Brave so... Okay, possibly not. Moving back past the camera again. Now you can see the cannon over here. Look at that, the cannonballs bouncing already over the top of Blooming Good Brit. And this gentleman here, main wearing, maybe looking to move the cannon. We'll have to wait and see. There's KGM Marchant, checking through his spyglass. Corporal Yasha. And away goes the cannonballs. Now, here are the dragoons. Look at these fine fellows. Too much horn usage from Oberleutnant Robin, but never mind. And here is the Black Watch. The 5PP. Moving up. Oh goodness me, look at these guys. Don't they look fantastic? Fantastic stuff. 5PP with a superb turnout tonight. And now getting blocked up with the 3rd. But you can see here, here is the 4E45th. Firing back at the enemy with Captain Killian. Fine stogie in his gob there. And now the Black Watch from the 5PP is getting involved with De Pietro commanding. And look at this. Oh, wow. Firepower from the 5PP being laying down the fine fellows of the Black Watch. Supported on their left flank by the 25th with Captain Pumpty commanding the line. So, it looks like the 5PP lost a couple to cannonballs. And Penis Paladin down again. Poor Penis Paladin. Dear oh dear. And here, the 5E2E. And there's Colonel Wellington commanding his boys. And it looks like we've got some cavalry action out there in the field. Yes, this could be a very, very nasty situation. Let's see if we can find them. It's not the Black Watch. It's going to be that advantageous or opportunistic French cavalry. We can see them over there. As look at that, cannonballs come racing down by the British forces. So there is the French cavalry in the distance, supported by a line of the 19th. Look at these guys, don't they look fantastic? Lieutenant Shadow leading the line. And there we go. There's Decibit and Chills, or Chillis I should say, at the rear. Cannonballs from Memphis again. Oh dear, poor bloody Memphis. Absolutely nasty on the cannons today. Look at that. 23 kills, 0 deaths with Memphis. Just brutal. Absolutely brutal. And add another 2 to that. So the 5PP suffering from the cannonball skills of Memphis. And we're looking at Kuroko. And the dragoons, these heavy fellows. Those fine cavalry length sabres. Ready to do the damage. with Major Bonzo. The KR-NR3 is the cavalry. Now gets out the spyglass and looks for an opportunistic situation where some French line are out of position and unsupported. That's exactly the kind of situation that they're going to be looking for as the cavalry. They are going to stay close to the line because the line can help them and support them. Perhaps not him, but let's see. Aha. Grozny, cavalry corporal of the 73rd. Look at these fine, don't they look fantastic? There's fine coats and cloaks. And there's Kieran. And they've crashed into the cannons, as you can see here. This is not looking good. This looks to be the French artillery section over here, as now Tullius and Bonzo go up against the likes of Pepsi Wonder. And let's see if we can find those guys. It's just a matter of finding them now. As now we're looking, I do believe, at the finally. Oh my goodness, there's mass battles going on. Let's see if we can lock in on them. Oh, here we go. There's another melee occurring up here with Excelsior Celsius from the 25th. Oh, fine stab, sir, into Avatar. And more stabbing occurring here with the melee going on in the field between the two teams. And you can see the Brits and the French fighting amongst each other. Oh dear, Excelsior Celsius taking a few stabs and finally murdered horribly. And it looks like the British may have actually prevailed in that battle. But the problem is French reinforcements, courtesy of the 78th. And there's George, the Smollett himself. And now the fire is going to come down onto those guys. But you've also got a cavalryman looking around the area. As Kofod is taken out. And the 45th attempting to support their teammates. And there we go. You can see here the melee fun in games. The stabby goodness is occurring between the French army. There's Colonel Smollett trying to defend himself. A bit of officer on officer action going on here. Oh, fine stab into Sergeant Ryger of the 25th. So Colonel Smollett finally cut down by Demew. 2 kills in a row for him. Smollett is no more, and the British win the day in that particular section of melee. Now, let's see what's going on. And here we go, it's all charged. That's exactly what's going to happen. This is going to get nasty as the cavalry comes charging in from the 73rd. And you can see now the 3rd breaking to try and defend themselves, bunching themselves together from that attack from the cavalry. And if they can keep their numbers together, then they're going to be in a good situation. And let's just see. Fine work occurring here. Look at this. Flying horses. Oh, down he goes. He gets thrown onto the floor even. As the melee continues here. And down goes yet more Frenchmen. Richard Harper, Charles Ewart, unfortunately for him. And over here is Pony. Oh, in comes the bullet. This is not looking good. In comes the fire from the Black Watch. What remains of the 5PP. Watch out for charging Scotsmen. And also there's Spodge from the 25th charging in. Let's have a look. 9 members of the French Empire versus 35 members of the British. Oh dear, down goes Loyal. And now, let's see. Sergeant Mottman, Soldat Mottman, sorry, just promoted him unnecessarily. And you can see Major Bonzo going for a shot. Oh, he missed, unfortunately. And down goes the horseman, and stabbed, brutally twisted, is killed. And we shall move on to the next round. So, we are at the next round. The cavalry sniffing around, looking for opportunity. You can see them setting up. And here is the French spawn. And there's Private Zetrek having a wander around. Here is Colonel Wellington from the 5th. Oh, okay. Memphis claiming 2 victims already. Wow. Memphis OP. Definitely, without a doubt. The Memphis is nasty. The Memphis is evil. And Colonel Wellington moving out with the troops. There is Pony. Now, let's see who's up ahead here. Oh dear. There's Private Limith of the 78th. Now, let's see if we can get up high and figure out what's going on. So there's the French lines. And here are the British. Look at this. As there are the British lines. And now you can see the French line starting to move over to the right hand side. Moving up on the right flank, you can see that the British don't have the support. There's more regiments moving up on the right hand side than the British can probably deal with. They'll probably have to pull back. As you can see now, they're starting to pull back almost immediately. But over here, you can see moving in on the spawn of the French army is more Brits. And this looks to be some kind of maybe enveloping tactic by the British army. Now the problem is that cannon there of the French army, that's going to cause them problems. And you can see now the French have moved back, supported by their cavalry, supported by a couple of lines on their right hand flank, and they are now pushing back against their own left hand flank near their spawn, which is around here. And you can see them pushing back, and there we go, Memphis again. 3 kills onto the 25th from Lieutenant Colonel Memphis. Memphis OP. Nerf Memphis. And there you can see in the centre what looks to be cavalry on cavalry action as these two guys vying for superiority. And another kill by Memphis. Good God, the man's on fire. So let's see. Now you can see the French army here starting to push back against the Brits. The Brits are pulling back on the left flank. I think it's fair to say that the right flank is holding steady with the French army. As there we go, Lieutenant Colonel Memphis has just been killed by Avril Lavigne. Oh dear. No more Memphis. And now you can see here the French army holding their own on the right hand side while pushing back against the Brits on the left, with the cavalry sniffing around in the centre. As Grenadier Portos is taken down by Simsky. You can see, here we go, look at this. This is exactly what the French were hoping for. Pushing heavily on the left hand flank, but they've got to be careful because they're in danger of getting outflanked in that position. And the 3rd in a dangerous situation now as they're going up against the enemy. So you can see the British continuing to fight back. As Good Brit goes down. Oh my goodness, look at this. Huge amounts of people coming down. But here come the 19th. You can see them moving up to support the other line. So the French are continuing to push back on this left flank as best they can. And looking to hold this left flank. Reinforcing it with additional numbers and charging into the Brits. Now this is the problem, is you've got those Brits in the centre who are moving in what looks to be behind and to the side of the French army, and that could be a massive problem for them. As there we go, cannonballs, oh heavens above, the 25th went after the cannon position and it cost them dearly, as you can see. Oh dear, that was nasty. And now they're breaking and attacking. And you can see huge numbers of the British and French army getting into the melee. As poor old Colonel Wellington gets sliced down by Muzzin Stefan. And the melee continues. see these guys. French reinforcements arriving. Cannon. Oh no, that's nasty. The odd team kill in there as well. Mr. Robot has just killed Tengu. And you can see the melee carrying on. And now the French cavalry gets involved. With the odd team kill here and there. So, it looks like his cannon position is still good. Vive indeed. And there is the 5th, or the 5th I should say, moving up to support that left flank. But here come members of the Black Watch. Moving up to try and reinforce their numbers. 29 versus 27. A few left. A few less now. As Private Valley claiming a few courtesy of the cannonball fun. And here the melee continuing, and the Black Watch now getting involved, firing at their enemy, who are now trying to break away from these bullets, dodging that left and right. Oh dear, Valley with a kill onto multiple members of the 5PP. So Valley doing a fantastic job of killing multiple enemy, I should say. Fine cannoneer working going on there from Valley. And now you can see the melee and also the cavalry getting involved as well. The Scots fighting for their life. Down goes one of the cavalrymen. He manages to get up after losing his horse. But the Black Watch fighting well. Oh, barged to the floor brutally by one of the horses. And they're really trying to get... Oh, there we go. Another horse has been taken down. And another horse. There we go. Nearly taken down. It looks like we've lost another Scotsman in the centre here as these guys continue to fight. Ouch! Oh dear. Poor Flynn. Taken down by Valley. Still firing at the enemy. And here's Twisted. Going up against Cedric. And Zawissa. Not many left now. What is going on over here? Who is this? There's Matchus going up against Benjamin Laudian. Look at this. Oh, fine slice there into Laudian. And so Trooper Matijus, as there we have it. The French win the round. And we move on to the next time. Next turn even, or the next round. We'll be right back. And here we are, hiding in the undergrowth, nearby the French spawn. As you can see them making their way past, trying not to get noticed. Gotta be careful. Eagle-eyed French soldiers making their way past our spy position. And so we've managed to survive. See if we can sneak out. Find out what these guys are up to. Sneak up on them unsuspectingly. And find out what they're going to do. John Fiennes from the 3rd. Now, look at this fine commanding officer. Oh, look at that, Major Bonzo. And look, there's cannonballs. KGM Loyal couldn't take the pressure. And unfortunately, killed himself. Stabbed himself in the testicles. Now, let's see what's going on here. As these fine members of the 25th. And there's Captain Pumpty, so the sides have been swapped around, everyone. For those of you who are not aware, and there we go, there's Memphis with his first kill of the side. And down here is the 78th. And there's King Arthur. And Mr. Smollett, of course, the colonel of the 78th, getting his boys together. The fire coming down. Fearsome fire coming down. Look at that distance they're trying to get there. That's going to be a very difficult ask for these smoothbore guns. But they're definitely ambitious, that's for sure. Edward Hay, also of the 78th. Checking through his spyglass, see what's going on. And there, Colonel Smollett, checking with his spyglass, trying to get an idea of the movement of the enemy. So, let's see. Cannonballs bouncing all over the place. It's a very open map. You can hear the cannonballs whistling past the camera as we follow these guys. Captain Pumpty leading his boys, and here Colonel Panda Jim working together with Sasha. Ouch, that was close. Look at that. Wow, main wearing there. Very close indeed, that cannon. And loading is Panda Jim. So, let's see if we can figure out. Thaddeus Voss is taken down. Oh, cannonballs continuing to bounce towards the artillery section. And dear oh dear, lot more murdering going on here in the field. Look at this. This is brutal goings on. As here you go, you can see the third. There's Private Harry Green. And these guys going up against the British now. There's poor old Ivan Kidbubney. This is the 4E2E. So you can see these guys. Oh dear, down goes poor old Mr. Robot. And over here at the back is the 19th. And these guys trying to get themselves sorted out into a double line section so they can maximise that firepower. But here are the French, the 4E, 5E, or the 4E, 45th, I should say. And there we go, they're breaking for the melee attack. And more cannonballs coming in. Corporal Yasha taking down a couple of the enemy. And you can see murdering occurring. Commanding officer getting involved with all the murdering as well. Fine murdering and a team kill as well. Fantastic stuff. We move over to invitational physic. Artillery. It's artillery, cavalry. Good God, what's going on with my brain? I'm sure many people wonder. And here is Trooper Sonny. And Kieran. And Paragonacus. Oh God. There's Trooper Kieran. Now you can see the French artillery. Panda Jim under attack. Out comes the sabre for his attack. And he's looking to dehorse a few members of the cavalry that are attacking his artillery section. Got to be careful that he doesn't get stabbed. Unfortunately for Panda, that's exactly what's happened as Juan Jose takes him down. There's Trooper Juan Jose. Currently missing a horse. But look at this. Oh, look at that. Corporal sacrificing his mount. Or possibly not. Never mind. As we move over to the 4th second, and you can see these guys now getting involved and getting up close and personal with the 25th Private God. As you can see, cavalry also attacking over here on one side. The 5PP doing a fantastic job, working together. Look at these guys, the Grenadiers, working together. And there's Trooper Shining, veteran Trooper Shining no less. And they're trying to defend themselves against those very, very pointed bayonets of the French, and failing horribly, unfortunately for him. Down goes a horse, down goes a trooper, and down goes a team kill. Recruit Mexi murdered by Fizseth. So, we move over to here and find out what's going on with the members of the Black Watch. Here are the 78th trying to defend themselves. Horses barging people to the floor as we're watching Edward Hay, the sergeant of the 78th, with his sword out, trying to defend himself. His men dropping left, right and centre. Private Sander from the 78th over here fighting against Matthew Atchison, corporal of the 3rd Lance. Corporal, in fact, may have just got promoted. We'll have to wait and see, as now you can see, oh, fine stabbing work occurring here as the French look to have won the day in this melee section here. And now, returning to the Imperial Eagle. But 14-2. So right now, the Brits are in serious trouble. Which is something of an understatement. Aha! Here they are. So we have an artilleryman. And, well, a Hoy sailor. Private Ducky McGay in as a Marine. So let's just see what happens as he goes in for the attack very quickly indeed. And down goes one man. Poor old McGay is no more. And the last man standing is no longer standing. And there we go. That's the round over. And we are back on the next round. Down here by the French spawn. Listen to those cannonballs whistling past. And there the 5PP, supported by the 4th on the right flank, I suppose you could say. Yes, camera right, camera left. There, right. Oh, there we go. There's Captain Pumpty doing the usual for Mount and Blade. Wouldn't be Mount and Blade if they weren't hitching a lift. There's always one. Silly Pumpty. He's now going to get his head stuck in the horse's bum. But we'll have to wait and see. As there we go, Alexander Cameron, captain of the 3rd. Oh no, Memphis again. Oh wow, Norwegian and Nordanian, or Nordian. There's DePietro from the 5P. And you can see this guy is continuing to fire. Supported on their right flank by Captain Killian of the 4th, 45th. There's Big Geek. And there, Good Brit taken down by Memphis. And let's find out where the serial killing Memphis is located, shall we? He's got to be out there somewhere. There's a 78th charging forward. There's a mass. There's Twisted. More cannons coming in from Colonel Memphis. Let's see. Here we go. There's Marchant. There's Corporal Yasha. There's Panda Jim. And there's Captain Pumpty. Working together. So. Fine shot by Yashi, taking out multiple members of the 19th. So we move on and try and find where the cannon of the serial killing Memphis is located. Now, this looks to be exactly the location we're looking for. There he is. The mass murderer himself. Kind of ironic. Oh, I was about to say kind of ironic he missed, but never mind. So there he is, checking through. Oh, look at that dashing face. There is the face of a killer. And he's working together with Napoleon, keeping his cannon. There we go. And a kill from Memphis again. What the hell is going on here? There's Ducky McGay, who I think might be having a seizure. I'm not sure. Difficult to say. Fight, fight, fight. Oh dear, this is silly. This is very, very silly. Oh dear, silly Ducky. There's Private Valley, one of the other mass murdering members of the artillery section. So Private McGay has just obviously been disciplined. Supposed to be defending his team. So let's move around and find out what's going on as the members of the Black Watch. The 5th. Oh, look at that. Cannonballs bouncing past. As we move over to find these guys. The 3rd, John Fiennes, are now defending themselves. The 4th, 2nd. Oh, fine slicer from Toxic DC. Fantastic stuff going on there. Corporal. And now defending themselves against the attack of the French army. These guys doing their best to try and defend, but reinforcements have now moved in. Charles Bruhene, Lance Corporal of the 3rd, picks up a rifle with that extra reach of the bayonet. Goes in for a brutal stab. And unfortunately unsuccessful. Here is Korikiri going in for a stab. Oh, look at that, blocking a fine turn. And waiting to see if he can actually finish off that moment as the guy's under attack by a horse as well. Oh! Down goes the horse. And the man as well. As it looks like the British Army has succeeded in this melee standoff. As over here is the 19th. There. Muster Crackish. The cavalry. The 73rd. Moving out. And here is the 78th. Oh, what's going on over here? Looks like a little bit of a... Oh dear. Lieutenant Tullius murdered horribly in the field, with Ducky McGay standing by to assist if needed. Oh, Memphis! Holy crap! That, ladies and gentlemen, was just nasty. Nasty goings on. As you can see here, the members of the 5PP, there's a lot less of them now. And the trouble is they were side onto the cannon, and Memphis, that opportunistic sod, took the shot. And Edward Hay gets murdered. Triple officer aim. Oh dear. As now you can see Penthelios. Oh, a fine stab as well. As we can now see. As the more stabbing occurs. So it looks like there's going to be a melee only round. And I might have to go in as musician. Bagpipe it up. As now we have it. With the end of the round. And we shall move on. Well, here we are. In on the British side. As Bagpiper. So we shall move into the centre, and then we shall get ready for some serious bagpipe action, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, you bastards!
Sons of the hounds! Come here and get flesh!
Well, precisely. So they're all going to line up in the middle. Oh, hello.
Scotland forever!
Is that Pumpty? No, it's Edward Hay. And they're getting in the lines. They're getting ready. Oh my goodness, there's a sailor. Let's do Cock of the North. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Moving. And there they go, they're charging in. I'm trying to bagpipe safely. As the melee is carrying on, look at that. Fine melee to bagpipe music. You can see they've stolen the Imperial Eagle already, fantastic. No! No! Oh, saved! Saved by Stormkey, thank you. Oh no! 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 Leave the bagpiper alone! Oh damn it! Oh god damn it, they killed the bagpiper. And now they're teabagging me, the bastards. Oh dear. Those buggers. Oh, what the hell is going on here? Oh my goodness. Bunch of numpties, a lot of them. As there's Moose Man of the 25th. Right, it's time for a charge. I can't believe they killed the bagpiper. Just cruel. As there's Eternal, oh goodness me. More stabbing occurring. There's more murdering occurring with this melee only round. Fantastic stuff. My thanks to all the regiments that attended. My thanks to the 25th for inviting me. And of course, thanks to the admins for running the event. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. GG. And we should move on. We'll see you all for more Napoleonic War soon. Take care. Can't believe they killed the bagpiper, those bastards.